Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ask That Podcast on YouTube. Oh yeah, got something new here. Give me about 2 seconds. Boom. Okay. What this is a collection of the Australian film zine, fanzine from like the 90s called Real Wild Cinema. No connection to the Something Weird video produced. I think they own, I'm pretty sure they own it, show from USA Network hosted by Sandra Bernhardt. That's part of the reason why I ended up picking this up, because I'm like, oh, it's got something to do with Real Wild Cinema. It doesn't, but still. The anthology of eclectic film and video, vintage VHS reviews, classic XXX grindhouse, Hong Kong action, Peter Walker, Italian zombies, interviews, essays, and more. Nice cover. And this is one of those Amazon print on demands. There's the back cover, The Deaf Wheelers, adult reading. And I just got this in, like probably about 2 days ago by the time I got it. All this filming isn't healthy. First edition, August 2014, published by The Graveyard Tramp. This is my John Harrison, most of the working or something. That's that famous horror cover, pre-code cover. I knew the name, and I finally figured out why. Before postal rates just went like crazy for shipping stuff from the States anywhere outside the States, besides really Canada, John Harrison was one of the biggest supporters of a Sleecine magazine down in Australia. And we get a little forward and explains how he didn't change anything except maybe, where was it? Apart from cleaning up the pages a little and changing some of the headline fonts as well as censoring a bit of nudity, which I don't see a nudity censor, so I apologize if anything pops up. He says there's nothing changed. Get an introduction by Michael Helms, The Zebra Killer. I love these zine collections. Like, I used to love film zines like this. And I guess they might still exist. I mean, I know of a couple. Sasha Graham is addicted to murder. Sasha Graham. People remember her? Probably not. Macumba Love. There's a great article in an old issue of either Videoscope or maybe Cult Movies about these kids. Are all three of them like, it's back in the 50s or 60s. Whenever Macumba Love was first coming out, I think it's the 60s. And they all went to Catholic school. Well, it's back when they had the Catholic Decency Leagues, list of banned films. And they wanted to see something on the banned list. Of course, that shit never played in any theaters near them. They probably lived in not the biggest town. And they discovered a little theater a little bit further than you normally went that was playing shit like Macumba Love. And they went, and like one of the kids freaked out. Carnival of Souls. Now, this is in the 90s. It's a really well-done article on Carnival of Souls, which had developed a cult following by then, but it was not what it is now. I mean, yeah, there was public domain VHSs floating around all over back then, but even the public domain ones, they were 10 to 20 bucks. It isn't like, once DVD came out and the stuff got cheaper, you can get public domain DVDs of, public domain films and cartoons and TV shows, shit like that for, a lot of times it's cheap as a buck. I probably own 2 or 3 copies of Carnival Souls on DVD, and the only one that costs more than about $5 is the Criterion one, which is worth what it costs. Ron Haydock. Video reviews, X-Ray, which is the slasher with Barbie Benton. Cody LL. Yes, Mr. Lane 618, 691, 692. We were just talking about, this is the slasher with Barbie Benton. I forget that you're so much younger. I mean, you didn't really watch Hee Haw. You wouldn't know who Barbie Benton is. She was a Playboy playmate that, I want to say it was Hugh Hefner for all. Really cute brunette. Decent little actress, nothing amazing, but she was on Hee Haw's One of the Honeys for a while, did a few horror films. Never seen The Mad Ninja Mission, never seen Knockouts, even though I want to see Knockouts. The Mad Bomber, because Knockouts is like an early 90s teen sex comedy, so fuck yeah. The Mad Bomber is one of these I've always wanted to see, but I've heard it's hard as hell to get a hold of uncut, like only a TV print was floating around forever. Hell Penitentiary, never seen it, but sounds great. Grizzly, seen it. Hard Taken Away, I just got that on Blu now. California Dream, another teen sex comedy, of course, Without Warning. Killing of America, documentary I'd love to see again. Amend the Rise and Fall, never actually seen that. Party Line. Erotic thriller, okay. And also, if y'all like this new kind of backdrop I'm working with here, let me know. I had noticed, I added the mat. Clutch Cargo, Lady in Red, Ninja 3, The Nomination. Farm School Girls, I recently just got that. That is not a bad little movie. Starlet. Race to the Devil, I have got that. I just got that recently. Elizabeth and Richard Burton, it's about their movie. Boom, they just kind of bombed. And as far as I know, I mean, that's not nudity, it's just see-through. That's the only topless or kind of shot like that with Elizabeth Taylor I know of, who was a really pretty woman back then. She's still For her age, she looks okay, but she's had a lot of work done. Back before she had all the work done, she was not bad. And this is all about the 80s teen sex comedy. It kind of gives a filmography. You start in 81 with Porky's, and 82 you get California Girls and Losing It, which I've never seen either one of those. I got to 83. You got Joysticks, My Tutor, and Screwball. Seen all those. That was 83. 84. You got School Spirit and Up the Creek. I've seen Up the Creek. I have School Spirit. 85 is Fraternity Vacation and Screen Test. I've not seen Screen Test. 86 is Free Ride and Stewardess School. I've seen Stewardess School. Mahjong. They always have a lot of Asian films. Best of 86. Asian fanzines. Planet of the Vampires. Somehow when Alien came out, people were ripped off Planet of the Vampires and what was it? The Terror from Beyond Space. Alien Agenda with Debbie Rochon. That was one of those kind of direct-to-video, lower-budgeted films that was getting a lot of hype back during this time period. The Mitchell Brothers. Video sources, Australia, because he's based in Australia and U.S. Girl on the Run. Issue 2, $3. These were not super thick zines, but they're not horrible and figure $3 plus, shipping. Bad to the Bone. Is that Patty McCormick from The Bad Seed? Yep. Got his editorial as always. Marjo Gortner, the child preacher that did a bunch of movies and did like a documentary revealing how the televangelist tent circuit was a scam. Video reviews. Shattered Innocence and Wild Guitar. I actually have that. Speaking of public domain stuff. The Great Texas Dynamite with Claudia Jennings. Beach House, which I've never seen but sounds good. Astro Zombies. I need to see that again. That's on YouTube. I know Terror Vision. Back in the 90s, somebody was hyping up Terror Vision. Fuck yes. And I forgot it was 85. I forget how young I was first time I saw that. Werewolves on Wheels. Yeah. Title's probably better than the film. What's that? High Rolling? Nah. Cut and Run? Fear City. I gotta see that. Pretty Poison. Killer Fish. Actually, don't sound like Kiss a Tarantula. Murder Rock. It's Fulci, so. Schizoid. Devil's Angels. Hitchhike to Hell. Sicko Thriller. Pieces. The Erotic Adventures of Pinocchio. Massacre at Central. I was just talking about this movie with Bat 32 of Exploited Cinema, Sleazy Magazine. Also, by the time this video drops, he will have his first comic video up. He does a overview of the comic company Now Comics, and one of their, I don't know if I'd say better remembered titles now, but probably one of their better selling ones back in the Fright Night. They did a comic book based on the Fright Night movie. Sasha Graham, decent little actress in indie horror for quite a while. Cine Asian Spotlight, Asian film fanzines. You got Asian Trash Cinema. I used to read that. I used to read She too. More Chinatown reviews. The Killing Con. Bless the Beast and Children review. The Siren. Siren is a distributor down in Australia who's releasing all kinds of great shit on, I guess, 90s. It has to be VHS. Yeah, it has to be VHS. There's Astro Boy. The Getaway, Sam Peckinpah classic that I've never actually seen all of. Fanzines, let's see, I was reading cult movies back then. If I could find out in film world over there, reading it. European Trash Center when I could find it. Psychotronic when I could find it. The Video Scope, which I actually have a subscription to now. Should be getting a new issue in sometime soon. Video Watchdog, which sadly doesn't exist, but I had a subscription to back then. There's cult movies. Beefy Cheese Louise, David Lynch blows one saliva. It's a review of a script that David Lynch has let get out there, but he's never filmed it. It's called One Salivable. It's fucked. I mean, it's David Lynch, so you know it's fucked up. It's really fucked up. That's it. Issue 3 of Real Wild Cinema. It's gonna be a long one, folks. I'm almost halfway through. We're almost 10 minutes in. Pamela Green, who was a porn star. The First Turn On. That, if you want to see that is on, was on the Trauma Movies YouTube channel for free view. The World for Christ Inside, Pete Walker's Dark House of Horrors with, The House of Whipcord and all those other films that heard so much about, and most of them I have not seen, because Frightmare, I'm not the biggest British horror, especially that era British horror. For me, British horror really gets good in like the 80s. I'm not a Hammer guy. Video reviews, Laser Blast, seen it, it's okay. House of Sorority Row, Dillinger, that's the 73 one, don't know, Give Us Tomorrow. The Keyhole Collection, which is just like trailers to porn. Night of the Zombies, Madman. Not a Madman fan. Survive, Andy, and Victor's End. Vigilante. Vigilante's not bad. And Seminoid, Combat Shock. Sources, Chainsaw Video, Polyester Books, Scary Monsters, Purple Monkey Dishwasher. That's a zine. That's a great zine title. Tony Basil, couple page article. That's always neat. Another Son of Asian Spotlight. We got Hero, Happy Together, Legend of the Wolf, The Opium War. Most of these I've not seen, so I really can't say shit on them. Burning Paradise, Kung Fu Cult Master. Yeah. Like Face Off was getting screened at the time. Beyond the Darkness, which is what, Booyah, Omega Booyah, I think, Booyah, from Joe D'Amato. None of those I've heard, yeah. Booyah Omega, Blue Holocaust, Buried Alive, Beyond. One I've heard so fucking much about. Never seen anything. It's not hard to get a hold of now. Exciting Center, which was a kind of like adults, like softcore magazine review that this guy found piles of issues of, and I've looked around since I got to see their skins that's floating around, that kind of shit. People just didn't scan it. The Vicious Sweet, another film that was getting heavily hyped back in the day through all the John Romano. Okay, end of the issue. Issue 4. Look at that great cover. Kind of reminds me of the art on like the second, I think it was the second issue of Sleaze Thing. That's the only current zine I read in any regular. Oh, Debbie Rochon. I've been in love with that woman since the first thing I saw her in. First thing I saw her in, I knew who she was. Pat Priest, she was on, what, the Munsters, if I'm remembering right. Yeah, she was on the Munsters. She was the normal looking one of the Munsters. Decent little interview. Quite a few. Kingdom of the Spiders, the reviews. It came from Eat to See, Day of the Cobra. You know, so far, nothing. Nowadays, there's shit easy to find back then. Like, oh my God, finding that was great. Spasms, Far From Home, The Killer Elite, 5 Bloody Graves by Al Adams. It's supposed to be a decent film for the man, but ugh. Smelltown, Texas. Turkey Shoot, is that? Okay, Escape 2000. That's actually supposed to be halfway decent. Roller Boogie. I have Roller Boogie. I've never watched it. It aired. It's Linda Blair, if I'm thinking right. Aired on like Turner Classic Movies late one night. I recorded it straight to DVD-R. Back when Turner Classic was showing great shit, letting it Faceless, the Jess Franco film with Chris Mitchum and Bridget Lahey. Savage Sisters. These are the damn great films. Sources, of course, you know, always let you know your source, because back then, you know, you're dealing with bootlegs and shit. You gotta know the sources. He sends Jackie Chan on his deadly missions. Bill Tongue, interviewed by John Snadden. Always a lot of interviews. Sun Asian Spotlight. John Snadden scopes out the Hong Kong scene. The Soong Sisters. No idea on that. Full Alert. Debbie Rochon, Hellblock 13. Another one of those films I remember reading a lot of interviews about. Finally saw it and it was not good. But it was really heavily hyped. Siren video update. Chopper Chicks in Zombie Town. Great film. Bloodsucker Freaks. Another good film. Drunken Master 2. That was released in the States as Legend of Drunken Master. It's pretty good. Street Fighter 2. V. Or is it 5? I'm not sure. I don't know. Pretty as a Picture. That's the David Lynch documentary. It's okay. Femme Fontaine, Killer Baby for the CIA. It's a trauma movie. I don't know if I've seen it. Wages of Fear. And Romeo and Juliet. One of the better trauma films from this era. Just for the Hell of It, Stephen John White, who was in the movie Just for the Hell of It, and some other shit. Yeah. Real Wild Cinema. Look at that. I don't know who drew it, but I like that cover. Issue 5. That's the only thing bad. 3 Times a Year by Graveyard Train. That's the only thing bad about this program. Sometimes I'll be a little stuck down there. Zombies of the Caribbean. You know, Zombie Flesh Eaters, which we know is Full G Zombie or Zombie 2. Zombie Holocaust, is that Dr. Butcher, MD? English reading, get the uncut versions of them. The Horrors of Ken Russell. Man, Ken Russell does some great shit. I'll give him that. Video reviews. Kathy's Curse fucking sucks. The Twonky, Voodoo Woman, Monsters of Piedra Blancas. That image right there is badass. The rest of the movie just does not live up to that. Saigon, I want to see now. It's like a Nam-based film, kind of from around the same time frame as like no, it's a lot later. Sorry, as Casualties of War and Platoon. It's set in '68. Bram Stoker's Count Dracula from 1970 by Jess Franco. I've seen that, but I don't remember a lot. I just remember one good. Vampire Man of the Lost Planet. Yeah. Long Arm of the Godfather. Let Me Die a Woman. Oh God, Doris Wishman. Wild Side, the last film from Donald Cammell. None of those. I've got a copy. Never watched Madness and Lace. I think I've got that. Scars of Dracula. Is that? Yeah. Hammer. I think Cody sent me a copy of that recently. Mexican Monster Mash, like trailer collection of Mexican monsters. Colossus in New York. White Jazz. Frankenstein meets the Space Monster. Amazing sci-fi monster flick which frequently turns up on all-time worst lists compiled by adults who don't know any better. Filmed in Puerto Rico, the confused plot resolved is also an evil alien princess and a totally bald assassin who arrive on Earth to kidnap our women in order to repopulate their dying planet. When Frank, a specially created android astronaut, crash lands near their ship, he turns into Frankenstein of the child, becoming a crazed killer with half of his face peeled off, kind of like Arnie in Terminator films. The hero rides around on a moped, lots of cute girls in bikinis are kidnapped, and there's plenty of cheesy, cool rock music to keep things bopping along nicely. The star, James Cameron, becomes a popular face in genre films during the 80s, appearing in Poltergeist, Return of the Living Dead, Invaders from Mars, and Jagged Edge. Crispin Glover's dad, Bruce, appears as one of the bald alien guards. I remember watching this. I remember, I think it was after Captain Grayson quit hosting it. Our ABC affiliate, which it was the ABC affiliate out of Mobile, Alabama, not the one out of Biloxi. So it would have been Channel 3. We got two ABCs. We live in an area where we were just right on, like, we were right where we picked up both of them. They showed horror movies every Saturday night after the news. Like when, NBC has on Saturday Night Live. Usually what became Fox had on wrestling. It was an independent channel then. The ABC just showed horror movies, usually 2 in a row. And usually it'd be like, the first one in the batch was usually something that was fairly recent. The second one was like something older. Well, I remember them advertising they're going to show Frankenstein meets the Space Monster, and I was all excited. Spoken to me, Frankenstein. I was ready to see because I'd seen only one of the Frankenstein films I'd seen at that time had been the original Frankenstein from Universal, and I'd seen Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein. So I'm excited as fuck. I'm all excited for this movie. And I'm watching like, they say Frankenstein, he's a robot. This movie sucks. As a kid, I said it sucked. I've seen it as I've grown up, and it's not as shitty as I thought it was, but it ain't great either. I was a teenage mummy, 91. Yeah, don't really give a shit. House on 82nd Street. Savage Streets, great film. Lost in Space. Kevin J. Lindemuth on Addicted to Murder, Tainted Blood. Another one of those films that got hyped as fuck in the genre press back then. A good article on The Burning and how it got cut all over the place. Sin Asian Spotlight, Island of Greed, Intruder. Again, I haven't seen most of this shit, so I don't really know a lot about it. David Lynch on Lost Highway. This is, exactly 1 week after the UK premiere of Lost Highway, the Edinburgh International Conference Center played host to a unique event. David Lynch agreed at a very short notice to be available for a scene-by-scene discussion of the movie. Lynch joined the 500-plus crowd via satellite link-up for the session, which ran for an hour and was presented by Mark Cousins, the host of BBC Two's Movie Drone Show. It's worth noting that unlike David Cronenberg's commentary of Crash in 1996, only a few specific scenes from Lost Highway were screened, as the session length implies. Anyway, here's a sample of what happened. This is bad. I never knew about this. You never hardly ever hear Lynch do like commentary or anything like this for his films. So this was just And of course, there's sources, Gotta have your sources. Where do you get your tapes from, man? Where do you get your tapes from? I used to get mine from Johnny Atkins. He sold them to me back in the school bathroom. Man, I got that Star Wars Holiday Special. Actually, no, they did not come. I got most of mine from some guy, some guy at the damn convention who happened to have a Laserdisc player that he hooked into a VCR and hit record. Erotic Ghost Story, don't give a fuck. Dragon Lord, really don't give a fuck. Witch on the Woman on the Touch of Evil. Is that the hardcore logo? I've heard's good, never bothered with it. Milton the Monster. That's kind of interesting considering what I might be doing a little bit. Doug Ulrich on Screen Kill. Another one of these lower budgeted 90s horror films. And the final issue, Sinful 6 issue, featuring XXX Carnal Comics. So there's I, Zombie, The Chronicles of Pain. Eskimo Nell. Suicide Blonde, just about the different blondes in porn that killed themselves. Megan Lee, Colleen Durant, not Colleen Applegate. What did she work as though? Shauna Grant and Savannah. Comics are not just for children anymore. About the carnal comics stuff. Be My Baby. Amanda Swinton looks back at Baby Doll. Video reviews, and it's just a lot of porn reviews. Deep Throat, Behind the Green Door, Sweet Taste of Honey, Confessions of a Teenage Peanut Butter Freak, The Devil and Miss Jones. The Mad Love Life of a Hot Vampire. Is that? I think I have that. Bucky's 1970s XXX Movie House Trailers, Volume 1. Marilyn Monroe, Arigato Baby, Cinematic Scenes, number 70. This Hermaphrodite special features over-the-top, over 20 shot-on-video scenes of women screwing both guys and gals with very fake-looking glued-on dicks. Ron Jeremy, who also knows No Shame, pops up in one scene, and one girl has an old Band-Aid half hanging off of her calf, flapping around as she's getting pumped by a sweaty Alec Baldwin lookalike. Very attractive. Some of the music sounds like bad Prince tracks from the mid-80s. No credits are given. Hot scalding. Then we go to Softcore Sleaze. Skin Flick Madness. Common Law Wife, Kidnap Co-Eds. Went real sleazy with this issue. Shanty Tramp, Paranormal Blues, Sexual Education, German style. Rape Man. The Japanese film. You know, a bunch of reviews, a bunch of Tracy Lords movies, New Wave Hookers, Sister Dearest. I've seen New Wave Hookers. I don't know. Ever seen New Wave Hookers with her scenes in it? I don't think so. Talk Dirty to Me 3, Harlequin Affair, Animal Antics. Best of Zoo Sex, His Dog Loves the Fucks. Loves the Fuck. Best scenes from Animal Passion. Yeah, they're reviewing bestiality porn. Yeah, they review some fucked up shit. So I'm glad there ain't a lot of pictures in here. Debbie Ashton's Panty something. Take It Off, The Great Stripper War of 96. Making Contact, John Shen Scoops, the Ringo Lam action classic. I've not seen this, but that's Chow Yun Fat in it. It's called Full Contact. So. Sources. It's an Asian Spotlight, and another one with nothing in here I've heard of. A French Dress, an article review by Darren Arnold. Trash Video. iZombie. Siren Video Update. Also, Country Cousins. Is that actually coming out? My Father Hero, Bullet in the Head. Wheels on Meals, Articles, Ashes of Time, Waterfront Women. Real Wild, Oprah original flyer for 1996 Real Wild Cinema screening. About the editor, and then when it was printed, Columbia, April 3rd, 2020. Just a great fucking little zine. I love the hell out of this thing. This was worth, I think this was $10. It's a little bit over $1 an issue, and there were $3 an issue back then, plus shipping, so you're saving money. But hope you enjoyed that. If you did, remember, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe, and for comments, tell me what your favorite movie zines were. You know, I'm curious, is there any good ones still coming out? I know Cinema Sewer, I know Sleaze Fiend, I know of a few that are still out there, Shock Cinema. Some of them have closed down recently. All right, I'll talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.